Hey folks, Conservation Blueprint coming to you again today, talking about how we clean another local ecotype species of wildflower. And the Conservation Blueprint shop is just busting today with bags of seed and tubs and buckets of seed. And people just said, hey, we want to hear more about your seed cleaning. So here we go. Today, we're going to tell you about cleaning something that we get really excited about, called Western Wallflower. We get really excited because we tend to only find this species in a year following a drought. So unfortunately, this has been a good year because we're in the middle of some pretty tough weather. Really small seed. There's 1.23 million seeds in a pound. And we've already tested this, and here's the results that came back. Better than 98% purity and 97% germ, which gives us a final PLS of 95-75. Really high number. And this is what that finished product looks like. And we like Western Wallflower for a lot of reasons, but some of the other ones is that it is a early bloom period 1 plant, does really well on sandy sites. And if I was like a solar developer in this part of the world that wanted to include pollinator benefits in my project, I would be looking to add Western Wallflower because it's a shorter stature plant and would work well on a solar project. So, step number 1 is we go to our guide that tells us about every species that we clean and the recipe that we follow for cleaning. And I'm going to share it with you today. And step number 1 is we run all of our harvested material through a hammer mill. And I don't have anything to show you before the hammer mill because we already ran it all before we shot this video. But when it comes out of the hammer mill, this is what it looks like. And holy smokes, this looks like just nothing but thatch. You can't find seed in there. It's so small, you just can't find it in there. So we have to start the process of separating this thatch from the seed. And step number 2 is to run it through a screen that is a 0.018 millimeter opening screen. And this is actually like a little bit bigger than what you would probably find on a screen door. And we're just trying to get rid of that thatch. So when we've run it through that screen, this is the way it comes out. We got rid of a lot of thatch, but there's still way too much thatch in there to really be able to clean it properly. So we take it through one more screening process. It is a 0.014 millimeter opening. And if you think, well, that's not much of a different number, it's a big difference when it comes to the opening and the size of the screen. But our seed is so small that it can still pass through this really small screen. And when it does, this is what it looks like. Less thatch, but still too much thatch for what we want. So we run it through this screen 2 more times, and then it looks like this. Really fine, really dusty. You see all that kind of brownish, reddish stuff in there? That's the seed, and that's what we're trying to get to. So we're going to take this bag, this bucket, this product, and we're going to take it over to our fractioning aspirator. And what we're going to do is take this product right here, and we're going to add it into this column on the fractioning aspirator. It comes down here. We have an auger system. And when it drops right to about here, that's where the magic happens. This machine calibrates how much air comes into this system, and all the product that drops through here is separated by weight into either tray number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And after we've run it through here, this is what comes out in tray number 1. And is that not a gorgeous looking 98% purity looking seed? So we go from this ratty, thatchy, nasty mess of looking things with about 4 steps, and it looks like this right here. That's it. Western Wallflower, great pollinator species, great for sandy sites, great for the western part of the country. Think about putting this into your next solar project, and we'll tell you about the next one next week. But this is Western Wallflower.